I got a thermal anomaly error when I tried to heat up the nozzle. I had the nozzle wasn't screwed in all the way.
So there's too much of a gap between the heater block and the nozzle. Wondering if this didn't go in all the way because the heat sink is screwed in all the way, and I was running into that problem. So I'm going to take that out again. So I took this apart, and I have the nozzle. Made it, I don't even know if it's as thick as a piece of paper. Yeah, it's about as thick as a piece of paper. And then heatsink was right up against here. And as you can see now, there's a pretty good gap there. And there's a shaft that screws into there. I don't know what it's called, but that I must have turned that somehow and got that screwed down further in here, because if that's down inside here, the nozzle can't screw it in. I can take this out here. There we go. So this was way inside here, and this part, the threads here were basically touching this. So when this screwed down inside there, it was all the way down like that. So now, we'll screw that on like this. So I'm hoping that that's the problem. And I'll install these onto the nozzle, onto the heater block before I put it up inside there. And hopefully this will all go together, and that'll be our solution. I set the nozzle to 210 degrees. It's adjusting. So it's at 208 degrees, but it was only going up to about 133. That fixed it. Getting the nozzle in a lot further. Paper's thickness away from the heat block, and then having the heat sink have a pretty good distance from the heat block.